Alright, I had asked this question to my groups. I have a couple of groups. So I said, guys, if there's any question that you'd like me to answer on my channel, please ask the question. So the question that they asked me was, like, what are some of the things an expat needs to be careful, UAE expat needs to be careful in the 2021, 2020, tongue twister, 2021 and 2022. What are some of the things? So I just outlined five. that expats have to be careful about. Okay, I see this mistake happening. I've seen it happen all these years, 80s, 90s, 2000s, in the 2010s, now 20s. I see the same thing happening. So these are the top five. These are the five. You put your comments down below if you feel I'm right or wrong. I think the first major mistake UAE expats make, whether from India, Pakistan, abroad, anywhere, the first major mistake is they assume that when you go to this country, there is security. Now, I'm not talking of security in terms of safety. I'm talking security in terms of job and in terms of citizenship, calling it home. Now, yes, I'm very aware that there have been some people who have been granted citizenship. I've seen those videos. I've actually seen, I don't want to name the nationality, people showing videos of their photo of this thing with the Emirati passport. Okay, they get the passport. Some of them get the citizenship. See, if you have the money, if you have millions, forget UAE. You can get a passport in so many countries. Okay, you can get the citizenship. You get with that 1 million, you can get in so many places. In fact, the world's your oyster, like they say. Okay, so if you have money, nothing to worry about. But if you're a normal person, with money that you don't have, money that can just be thrown around, then security, either job, business, or calling the country your own, is never there. Job, if you lose your job in the Middle East, anywhere, you have 1 month's duration. If you don't get a job, bye-bye, they throw you out. That's one. The second one is business. Now, we all get into business to make money. Nobody starts a business to lose everything. Just like you get into a marriage hoping that it'll last forever. So even a business, you get into that thinking that it's going to succeed. But then, forget COVID happening. There are so many factors, so many. Forget people cheating you, forget money not being paid on time, forget government regulations. You just don't know when something bad can happen. Like they say, when shit happens, it comes all together. It's like when bad things happen, they come all at once. So just don't be too sure about your business. There's no security there. And if you lose your business, it's not like you go at zero, you'll go at minus. And then you need to pay your debtors. And then the third security is, I told you, that country. UAE or the Middle East is designed in such a way, they just want people who will be beneficial for them, not who will be a liability. There's no system to help old age people. There's no system to help unemployed people. There's no system to help if you're in need. Like in the West, they have unemployment benefits, and most of them abuse it. Like in US, unemployment benefits, nobody wants to go to work. Free money coming, sitting at home. Okay, that's another story in itself. In some places, they give you health benefits. Oh, you're sick, you don't have to pay anything, go, the doctor will be there. But there also, it's not so green. You have to wait for hours and hours and maybe sometimes even days. And then you have to get plenty of approval. So nothing is so hunky-dory, So they don't care about you because you are a contractual worker. You're an expat. You're not a citizen. So that is where be careful of assuming security. That's the first mistake all the expats make. The second mistake the expats make is overconfidence. Okay, now, what do I mean by overconfidence? See, there is a tendency for people when they start to succeed, or they have a job or a big position as director, manager for a couple of years, and every day you go to the office, you feel nothing can touch me. I'm untouched. So suddenly you just believe that is your life forever. So then what happens is, with that comes the overconfidence to show off. Like, how many Indians or Pakistanis or Europeans or Brits or Americans do you know, when they came to UAE, they had a typical lifestyle. After getting the job and everything, one fine day, they buy a Range Rover. Indians buy a Pajero or they buy a 4-wheel drive. Oh, yeah, and they'll show it. Those days there was no Facebook or no social media. But today they will say, oh, welcome to the new member in my family. As if the bloody car is a living being. Oh, member in my family. What the fuck? Then why don't you put your keyboard, your mouse, your teapot, your chair? Oh, welcome my new members of the family. Your socks, your shoes, your underwear. Why don't you put all that as members of the family? Yeah, because you want to show off. You have this overconfidence. Oh, don't worry. I bought this. Not to worry. Loan, I'll pay it off. Car loan, don't worry. You start buying things to show off. You buy things that you don't need. So from where does this come? This is that overconfidence that makes you, don't worry, man, just buy. And that manifests itself also with your attitude, with the way that you are, the way you go around, talk to people in a condescending manner. You know, how many people I've spoken to? What do you know? Okay, fine. Where does this confidence come from? When you have a stable job, when you have position of power, but the day you lose that, it gets shaken a little bit. And then when you're without a job and without money for months and months, oh shit, there you become humble. So be careful of being overconfident. That will really, really destroy you. This is the second mistake that I see when people start gaining money and wealth and all that. So many guys and girls, oh my goodness, it's not even funny. And then you tell them, what do you do? Oh, my plan is to travel the world. My plan is to buy this, buy that, invest here. You're talking of the future, assuming that everything is going to be the same. That's the second mistake I see. The third mistake, oh, this one is so common. We have a UAE that plans 50 years in advance, the vision 100 years. So, because they are planning so far ahead, and then you hear Jack Ma, then Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk saying, oh, we need to plan ahead and vision and all that bullshit. Our UAE expats also, oh, we'll plan ahead. Okay, my plan is to have this house, this business, this, how many children. They plan out their entire life. Oh, and I'm going to retire at the age of 60. You know, like there is this quote, no, that says, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Very simple, look at me. You think I planned out when I was born that I'm going to have tattoos on my face? Tattoos all over my body. You think I planned it out? You think I planned it out to have 3 divorces and a 4th marriage? You think I planned it out? You think I planned out that I'm going to have a baby girl, that also in Thailand? Life, you can't plan, man. Yes, it feels good. Yes, you have to have a plan. I'm not saying don't have a plan. I'm not saying just go random, just do whatever you want. No. Have a plan and work your plan, but keep your plan limited to one big plan, and every have every year a target and break it down every month after month. Make it sustainable. Don't bloody start having, oh, I'm going to have grandchildren. I've spoken to so many people. Oh, my child will go to this college. Oh, my wife will be like this. How the fuck are you even certain you live or die, man? One accident, fuck, you're dead. Heart attack, stroke, business loss, COVID, so many things. People just talk from their ass and they assume, people assume they will live forever. Man, here's my simple question to you. Do you know that you will live or die tomorrow? Even know that? So what fuck planning too far ahead? Just have a, I'm not saying don't have dreams. Okay, you want to build a house, fine. Break it down. Okay, year by year, okay. Make it time bound. Fine, 10 years that you're going to build your house. So every year how much you should save, break it down, 1 million. Okay, every year 1 million. Then divide 1 million by 12. You'll get what, 80,000 or whatever, divided by 4 weeks, then every week you will get your target. If you can't achieve it that way, forget it, no? So, and yeah, please, when you're planning far ahead, always keep in mind something can happen in between. People only plan positive, they never plan negative. Point number 4, oh, this one is very common. Not with the people who are business minded or let's say the CEOs, but mainly in between, being in your comfort zone. See, when a businessman earns success easily, he starts being overconfident. When someone gets a job without much effort, they become overconfident. How many people in Emirates Airlines who have worked 20 years, 30 years, oh, they were in their fucking comfort zone. How many cabin crew, how many pilots, how many ground staff, they thought nobody could touch them. And it's not just Emirates, you check the banking industry. These people were enjoying commissions, fat commissions by selling, the misleading mortgages, hiding the actual cost of the interest. And they were in their comfort zone. They didn't give a damn. They were living the dream. Like I said before, no, the overconfidence to spend much. So once you get in the comfort zone, you don't worry about anything. You just sleep, relax. How many people have gone for holidays? How many people have purchased overly priced cars? How many people have invested in a house and all that? You get so many people believing nothing's going to happen, man. Think positive, and they'll give big advice and all that shit. Comfort zone, the day you are in your comfort zone is the beginning of the end. You'll only decline. And I can tell you through experience, there have been plenty of people who are on the decline right now. And last, if not the least, the final is the know-it-all attitude. And I think this has been, what is that word? Exasperated, yeah. This has increased ever since Google.com has come. Today, everyone is an expert on every subject. Crypto, everyone knows. The market, everyone knows. Politics, everyone knows. Everyone knows everything because it's a Google click away. And when you have these WhatsApp groups and all that, everyone is an expert on everything. Life and love, and there's nobody who doesn't know anything. And as a UAE expat, when you start having people who know everything, who are just so sure, who are just so incredibly smart, that they feel, oh, I know it, nothing can happen. That arrogance mixed with ignorance will be your downfall. This attitude itself is very dangerous, huh? And I'll tell you, I know it because I had that. I used to have it, especially in my 30s. Oof. I thought I knew everything because those were the days, the peak of my so-called corporate career. And for the next 6 years, I was earning a comfortable salary, getting a full paid car. I was having girls and my loans were taken care of. I had a fully paid house. I was winning awards in public speaking. I was going to conferences, events. People were recognizing me. I had the title, like I look like a, I was at equally below the CEO, like more like a director. So, know it all. Invincible. And then when you fall, like they say, you fly closer to the sun, you will fall. And that's where you'll get destroyed. So these are the 5 key attributes that I feel UAE expats need to be aware of. Whether 2021, whether 2022, whether forever. Never forget that you are a worker who's come on a contract. And anytime they want, they'll throw you out. So when you realize you're a nothing and nobody, you're a disposable tissue, as I call it. Being an expat is being a disposable tissue. Any day, anyone, any Emirati, anyone who says something of Allah, something of Muslim, you will get fucked. And if an Emirati guy is very powerful, you don't stand a chance. So just remember that much. Keep yourself humble, lay head down, mind your own business. make your money, save money, and plan out your exit before they throw you out. Remember, you get out before they throw you out, and then you'll be saved. Otherwise, otherwise, you'll remember me. So that's what I want to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree. So me signing off. You guys take care.